Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Radon is a radioactive substance known for causing lung cancer. It is so dangerous, homeowners are asked to test for radon every 2 years. But what about our schools?
Valley News Team's education reporter Veronica Marshall found out you might be surprised how often our local schools are tested and what lawmakers are proposing to do about it.
You can't smell it, you can't see it, there's no way to know if it's there unless you test for it.
Lars Knobloch has been testing homes for radon since 2011 and says it's a crucial step families can take to stay safe.
Any space you spend a significant amount of time is a space where you maybe want to know what the radon actually is.
According to the CDC, when you breathe in radon, radioactive particles can get trapped in your lungs, which increases your risk of lung cancer. The EPA and the Surgeon General's office say radon is responsible for more than 20,000 lung cancer deaths each year. To cut down on those deaths, people are asked to test their homes. But what about schools? I asked our local districts about the last time they tested their schools for radon. Fargo and West Fargo both said they either don't have the documentation or they've never tested their schools for radon. Moorhead Public Schools tells me the last time they tested was in 1989. At the time, Robert Asp registered the highest levels of radon.
That's definitely higher numbers that are shown in these test results, and shows exactly why you maybe want to have all the schools tested.
Currently, testing for radon isn't mandatory for schools, but there are movements to change that.
You have some hidden killer like this and have a school district not even bother to test for it. It's just disgraceful.
During Tuesday night's board meeting, Moorhead Public Schools Superintendent Brandon Lunak said even though radon testing is expensive and intensive, the district should be proactive and prepared for the changes ahead.
Kids are the future, so if we want to keep them around, we might as well, and if there's something that in the air that could cause issues down the road, then why wouldn't we?
Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
Governor Dayton says if the legislature can't act on it this session, he'll look into an executive order or other means to require schools to test for radon.
Today's weather kicked up some wild sights. This video was taken this afternoon by a viewer near Bordeaux, North Dakota. That's north of Jamestown. Our weather crew says it's video of a land spout, and our viewer says it was on the ground for about 20 minutes. Seems like the worst of it has moved on, but let's go to Hutch to find out what we can expect overnight. Hutch?
Yes, it was one of those days where we saw some hit and miss thunderstorm activity, a lot of rain out there, and our time lapse here capturing that storm out to the west in Stutsman County at the time that it was producing that land spout. You can see this little pooch up on top of the thunderstorm cell called an overshooting top. At any rate, the thunderstorm threat really moved north. A lot of rain, upwards of 3 inches in places, and even later this evening around 6:30, a couple of funnel clouds simultaneously dancing around in the air. Skinny ones, Tammy Daly capturing those this evening. A few remnant thunderstorms, primarily in northwest Minnesota, are rumbling, and one moving just to the south of you in Fisher. Basically, that's all we have left. A few showers in Marshall County, some sprinkles moving into Bemidji. Things really quieting down. Not much rain in central Fargo, but just south and north of town, over an inch estimated by Doppler radar. The real wet stuff was out to the west in Griggs and Steele County, stretching up to Roseau County. It does look quieter for Thursday. More storms in the extended forecast tonight. Everything seems to be winding down, and that means a quiet night's sleep.
All right. Thank you so much, Hutch.
You bet.
Yesterday, we told you about a Dilworth woman's Facebook post that went viral earlier this week, warning others of a man who she said followed her and her young daughter throughout Walmart and the parking lot.
Tonight, another local woman has come forward with a similar experience at the Dilworth Walmart late last year, saying this isn't a new problem. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Bailey Hurley, talked with a woman and has more on her story.
While shopping around Walmart with her daughter last winter, Jen Hurley says she noticed a strange man talking to her 1-year-old granddaughter.
I walk up and I'm like, "Hi, baby girl." Well, then he looks at me and he takes off.
The trio quickly made their way to another aisle, but the man seemed to always find his way back to them.
I don't even know how to explain it. You know, my heart started racing and I didn't want to believe it at first.
Fearing that they were being stalked, Hurley and her daughter purposefully started wandering around different aisles, watching the man's behavior.
And he followed us. And I'm like, okay, that's not normal. That's kind of creepy.
She says he followed them to check out, and when they got out to the parking lot, he was within feet of their car.
And he's standing right by the light post, just staring at my daughter and granddaughter.
Hurley says the man got in a red car and followed them out of the parking lot and down the road a few minutes. She wants people to know this isn't a new problem at the Dilworth Walmart. Lots of people have been asking us to post surveillance video from all the incidents, but Dilworth's police chief tells me the cameras aren't always moving. So in cases like this, footage has to be pieced together from various angles, which doesn't always guarantee a perfect shot. He also told me they're not increasing their presence at Walmart because they already drive through the lot twice an hour. But I was there Monday and again today for multiple hours and only saw one squad car. Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Police have a description of the male suspects, but they're not saying if the incidents are all related.
Fargo police continue to search for a suspicious male after two separate but similar incidents. Victims say the man sexually propositioned people at local shopping facilities. He's described as white male in his late 30s to 40s with a mohawk around 5 feet 7 inches tall and a medium build. He was driving a white Mini Cooper Countryman. Contact police at 701-235-4493 if you have any information.
Police want residents to know about a high-risk sex offender living in the Jamestown area. 40-year-old Larry Gant currently lives in the 100 block of First Street West in Jamestown on a city park bench. Gant was charged in Tennessee with aggravated rape in 2003 when he and two other individuals entered a residence through a bedroom window and raped a developmentally disabled teenager. He must register for a lifetime.
Authorities say a propane leak might have caused a weekend house explosion in rural Solon, North Dakota. Police say a man was walking out of his home Sunday morning when it exploded and caught fire. He survived, but he did suffer an arm injury. The home was destroyed.
Here's a heads up on a traffic change starting tomorrow night from 8 p.m. to Friday morning. Let's take a look at it through our Skycam. Anyone driving on I-94 from Moorhead to Fargo who uses the off-ramp to University Drive will be detoured to 25th Street instead. Construction crews will close that ramp so they can install sewer pipes. Again, you'll be detoured to 25th Street and road signs will point you back to University Drive. This closure is for one evening only.
Another heads up if you drive along I-94 in West Fargo. The westbound bridge over Cheyenne Street has been demolished. Eastbound and westbound traffic on I-94 are head-to-head in one lane in each direction for about a mile. It's going to stay that way until late fall. Traffic underneath the I-94 bridge along Cheyenne Street has been shut down. The closure is to give crews more working room and ensure safety for drivers during the bridge work.
A bittersweet day for some fifth graders at Jefferson Elementary School as they said goodbye to their teachers and marched forward into new beginnings. More than 60 students walked across the gym to accept their diplomas and celebrate the end of a milestone. They were also recognized for exemplary performance in choir, hand chimes, and a state reading participation.
It is exciting. It's a fun day. We have a lot of families that come, and you'll see our students are very dressed up. Excited for the day, nervous for the day, but it's a good celebration at the end of the year with our fifth graders, our staff, and then also our families at Jefferson.
Two alumni who are seniors at South High School delivered the commencement speech and then shared some advice on how to successfully transition to middle school. The program ended with a musical performance by the graduating class.
And congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you ever feel threatened during an Uber ride, there's now a quick way to let police know where you are. That's later on Valley News Live at 10.
Up next, frustration in downtown Fargo after two drivers block a parking ramp exit with their cars all day. Hear why one guy says he's entitled to do that.